everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the G Perspective. I am your host, Juwan Perez, aka GMike. Y'all already know what it is, baby. NFL football is back, and we're excited more than ever. Week 1 tonight, the Buffalo Bills will take on the Los Angeles Rams, the reigning champs. And I bring on my dog, longtime friend, Juwan Caesar, to speak about that game, predictions on the game, and to talk about our fantasy football league that we have been in for many years now, and that we love and adore. So hope you guys enjoy this episode. You guys know where you can follow me on Twitter at GMike Perez, IG, TikTok, YouTube at GMike Media _, and then the podcast, the audio version itself is under the G Perspective on all podcast platforms. Hope you guys enjoy, and please don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments. You heard? Cease! How you doing, my man?
I'm chilling, my brother. What's good with you?
Good, man. Good. Chilling. And you, some brand new daddy. Hey, congrats to that, man. Hey.
Appreciate it.
How you feeling about that, bro? You probably have got no sleep right now.
Oh, man. No sleep. Team no sleep. It's the best feeling ever, though, man. It makes it worth it. I mean, only a kid can really make you wake up at any hour of the night and you look at him and still be like, okay, I'm cool with it.
I got you. Don't worry. What you trying to get? You trying to get some milk? You trying to go outside? What you trying to do?
Exactly.
Well, man, hey, I'm glad, man. You're gonna be a good dad for sure. I know you as a person, and I'm pretty sure you're hyped about that. And another thing I'm pretty sure you hyped about is that the NFL is back, baby. I know we hyped about that shit. What?
Let's go.
We got the Rams and Bills tonight. Bills traveling to the West Coast to face the Los Angeles reigning champs right now, man. Hey, it's gonna be a good game, bro. What you feel about that game? What you think is gonna happen?
Man, like you said, it's gonna be a great game. Two of the best in the league. I mean, when you look at it on paper and just what they've done in the last couple of years, shoot, I'm talking about they got all types of firepower on both offenses. The best quarterback in the game, in my opinion, on Josh Allen's side with the Bills. Got Cooper Kupp, the reigning fantasy top scorer. You know, he's right. A beast. Just guys all around, man. Superstars all around. I can't wait to see it, bro.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a great game, and I think it's gonna be a shootout too, man. I mean, the Bills, they really progressed on defense this year. They brought in Von Miller. They got some other pieces too that's gonna help out their defense, which I think is what they really needed last year against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they got a little plug-ins here on offense, this and that, but they didn't really change a lot. But I think it's going to be a shootout between the Rams offense and the Bills offense, just like that Kansas City Bills game last year, man. Matthew Stafford, I know he got that messed up elbow, but he's saying that he feels better today than he did last year at this point. So, you know, you know, it's, hey. And then your boy, Allen Robinson, he's out there too.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for Allen Robinson. This is going to be his first time with a quarterback that's of Matthew Stafford's caliber. So we're going to see him doing a lot of what he used to do. I loved watching him back when he was in Penn State. When I was at Michigan State, you know, got to watch him dunking on guys, jumping up, getting that high point. I think he's going to have a great year, honestly.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, he has a quarterback caliber like Matthew Stafford, and when he was in Chicago, he barely had a quarterback. Like, no one could get him the ball, bro. And now he got this dude that for the last 9 years when he was in Detroit, people thought he was nothing because he was in Detroit, went to LA, and he showed everybody that, yo, I just need some pieces and weapons around me, and I'll take you to the Super Bowl and win. So Allen Robinson is he's gonna have a good time out there for sure. But definitely. I've heard that people think that Allen Robinson is not gonna have that much of a great year because of Van Jefferson. Do you believe so or not?
Van Jefferson, he's still coming back from that ACL, right? He tore his ACL mid-season or end of the season.
He should be coming back real soon, though.
I mean, honestly, when you look at it, Matthew Stafford can support 3 receivers and allow them to have all great seasons. I mean, look at what he did with OBJ and coming in halfway through the season and still had Cooper Cup and Van Jefferson last year. Those guys, actually, Van Jefferson got hurt right before OBJ got there, huh?
I
I
think
believe
that
he
was Robert Woods that got hurt, and then they brought
it
in
was.
OBJ. Yeah,
Okay, it was. Yeah, so imagine they had those three guys. It's basically like you're plugging in Allen Robinson for OBJ, and look what OBJ did in the Super Bowl and whatnot. And yeah, man, he did great.
yeah, man. Allen Robinson's a big body too. I mean, he's not as tall as you are, freaking 6'4" over here and stuff, but he's pretty big. He's a big body. He's a big target, and he could get up there, like you said. He could jump high as hell, and he could get up to the vantage point over these
Mm.
corners and safeties. So yeah, I think he's gonna have a big year. But another player for the Rams is coming back is Cam Akers. And we seen the Rams running game. It wasn't elite. It was decent. It was good with Darrell Henderson back there. But now Cam Akers is coming back, and hopefully he could have a full season. You think that he's gonna take that next step in being one of the top backs in the leagues?
I think he can, as long as health isn't an issue. It's crazy how I wasn't even expecting him to come back from that Achilles as fast as he did. And shoot, that just shows of his resilience and his toughness and what he can do. But yeah, man, even with Henderson right there behind him, that I think will get a good amount of snaps as well. Cam Akers is a great player. He's a good ball player. He can do make all the moves. He can catch. He can do all that stuff. And just to be a part of that goal line, that offense that's going to have a lot of goal line snaps. I mean, sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then jump into the defensive side of the ball, man. We already know the Rams are an elite defense with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, et cetera, et cetera. But now they bring in a top veteran in the league, a linebacker from Seattle, Bobby Wagner.
Hmm.
Man, like, you think that's gonna change up this defense when it comes to IQ, maybe a little more motivation, even though obviously they're still great, but you think it's gonna have a great impact bringing in Bobby Wagner?
Absolutely. When you bring in a guy who's won Super Bowls as Bobby Wagner has, and a guy who's been one of the best linebackers in the league for the last, 6, 7, 8+ years. Come on, man. Even if he hasn't, even if some are saying he's lost a little bit of a step as far as his physical ability, the man is a leader above all, and he's the middle of the field leader of the defense, and I think that's going to be a huge push for that defense, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Hopefully, they're looking at it. They're trying to come back and repeat. They're trying to get two back-to-back Super Bowls, which we haven't seen in a long time. But the Bills are saying something different. The Bills are one of the favorites to come out of the AFC this year and make it to the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Josh Allen back there, obviously throwing the rock like crazy, top fantasy quarterback in the league for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
But um, you know, with Buffalo being the favorite, I know we're gonna jump a little ahead. It's only week one, and the first game hasn't even happened yet. But we're gonna jump a little ahead. You think the Buffalo can actually take down Kansas City? We'll say take down all these prolific AFC teams this year, especially how deep the AFC team. You think that they can make it to the Super Bowl this year?
Of course, absolutely. When you look at the pieces that they have, just the confidence that this team has gained, and the motivation that they have of losing that game against Kansas City in the playoffs last year, which was a nail biter. It could have went either way.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I think they have all the confidence in the world, especially adding a guy like Von Miller on his side. Another Super Bowl champion, 2 time. Man, it's just gonna be great for them, even just going into the season and taking them into the playoffs as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no. Hopefully they can make some noise because I think the Bills deserve it at this point after what they've been through. Like you said, the nail biter last year and the year before that, they lost to Kansas City as well. It's been crazy for Buffalo, but I think that their team is very well put. Their defense has gotten better this offseason, so I think that they should make a run for a Super Bowl title for sure. But just
Exactly.
speaking on tonight's game. Buffalo at LA. Who you got? Who you going with?
Man, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be a shootout. I think. I mean, even with the great defensive pieces that both teams have, I think It's just too much firepower on both offenses and two great quarterbacks that's just going to score points for sure. Um, so I mean, me personally, I'm picking the Bills to win. I'm picking the Bills to win 24-21. Uh, might the score might be a little low because I mean I think the over under is around 50-52 points. But I think
Yep,
if the defenses
52.
do if the defenses do handle what they need to handle, I think in the 20s will be somewhere around that score. But I think the Bills will take it over there on the West Coast.
Yeah, I think both defenses are going to show up as well. But at the same time, it's like a love hate relationship because I feel like it's going to be a shootout, but then I feel like both defenses are going to show out too. So it's like I'm on the verge of that. I'm on the verge. But
Yeah,
right now, the money line for the game is the LA Rams are the underdog. And that's crazy to me. Like they
yeah,
just won a Super Bowl.
yeah. That just goes to show what how good the Bills are, man, and the faith that people have in Josh Allen and company. And then with that addition, like we said, with Von Miller and stuff like that, it's gonna be crazy. I know they don't have Tre'Davious White right now, but
Hmm.
that's still gonna I believe they'll be able to overcome that, even though he's one of the leaders of the defense, one of the best players on the defense. Um, and I don't know who's gonna be covering Cooper Cup out there, but and Allen Robinson and those guys, but
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
I feel like they'll make it happen though.
Yeah, like I said, the Rams are the underdog right now, so they're at plus 120. The Bills are at minus 140, and the person that I am when it comes to gambling and shit like that, like, I go with the underdog every time. So I'm gonna pick the Rams to win this game, but just like you said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Bills win this game, man, with all that intensity that they're coming in with, that they want to go out there and win every single game and try to make it to the Super Bowl, man. Like it's they have this confidence going into the season, so I feel like it starts tonight for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, man, it's gonna be a good one. Sucks I'm not in Miami that we can go and watch it, but I'll
Yeah,
be
man.
down there soon so we can watch a couple games together. And
Got to. We
it's,
got it. We got it. We were supposed to. I missed the Dolphins game. Y'all guys went to last time, man. I got to make it to one, man.
yeah, we'll plan that for sure. We'll try to go to another Dolphins game this year. They were talking about trying to go to the game on Christmas Day. I was like, negative.
Christmas Day.
Negative.
Shoot, my son's first Christmas. You think I'm gonna be able to miss that?
Yeah, exactly. Negative, dude. Like, come
No
on, we got
shot.
families. Come on, man. Like, we're not gonna
Yeah.
be able to make it to that game, but we'll
No
make it to
chance.
another game for sure. I
Yeah.
think the Jets play the Dolphins the last week of the season, January 8th or something like that. So I think that's a pretty good game to go to. Even though it's the last game of the season, but maybe they're both like in the hunt for the wild card and stuff. So
Well, me as a Patriots fan, I'm trying to go to that game, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what the standings are looking like. You know,
you going Sunday? You going Sunday?
nah, I'm not gonna make that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
the
man,
the Sunday one is here, huh?
yeah, the Sunday one is here. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
yeah, I'm not gonna make that one, but
yeah.
yeah,
But you usually go to Boston to watch the Patriots too, so maybe you can
yeah.
make it to the one over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this year is gonna be crazy too, man. Just because of fantasy, bro. Fantasy is gonna be wild, man. My man
You know the
here,
vibes.
my man here is a two-time back-to-back champion. A few years ago, I'll give you a little praise right here. I'll give you a little
Wait, hold on, hold
praise.
on. Yeah, you know.
Uh,
That
we
ain't
gotta
the fantasy ring, but
we gotta get the championship belt this year for sure.
got to trying to get it back, man.
All right, so just looking at your matchup right now, you're going against the reigning champ, Steve. I don't even know how Steve won. Steve, you don't even know how you won.
Oh, he had Josh Allen. That's how he won.
Yeah, no. He had Josh Allen and someone else that was carrying his team the whole
Cooper
time.
Cup.
Oh,
He
and
had
Cooper
Cooper Cup.
Cup. That's right, and Cooper
Hmm.
Cup. Yeah, yeah. With just those two, I think you could win a fantasy game for sure. A
Yeah.
fantasy week.
So I had them both the years I won. The 2 years before that.
Yeah, no. And the other year, you trade raped him.
No, that was Adonis. No, that was Steve.
That was Steve.
That was
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah. He gave you Derrick Henry and Travis Kelsey for the rookie Jonathan Taylor, and then
He came
some
out to be
tight
pretty
end.
good. I gave him Jonathan Taylor. I gave him
The
Johnny
tight
Smith,
end. Yeah, there you go.
and I gave him Kenny Galladay, I think it was.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay. That's
Yeah,
when he was still in Detroit,
yeah.
and he was falling off. Fucking Steve. But just looking at your matchup right here, they got you projected at 124.15 points, and they got Steve at 131.1 points. So they got you as the underdog right now. How you feeling about that, man? You think you're the underdog right now?
I think the projections are trying me a little bit just because my team that I drafted is pretty nasty. Uh, but one thing I did do in this draft, I took a lot of chances on guys that you know a lot of them are either unproven and I think they're about to break out, or they are proven and they've had a little injury issues or whatnot. I got Michael Thomas. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I got Travis Etienne, who hasn't shown anything yet, but he was hurt last year, but looks promising. Hopefully Javonte Williams takes over that top spot in Denver, and just runs with it. But yeah, man, my team is crazy. I'm excited about this team.
Yeah, just to let the viewers know. So your team right now is quarterback Jalen Hurts, wide receiver one, Cooper Kupp, wide receiver two, Rashad Bateman, running back one, Javonte Williams, running back two, Etienne Jr., tight end, excuse me, Darren Waller, your flex, Michael Thomas right now. And then on your bench, you got J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully he comes back and he could actually be an RB1 for you too. So you'll have three starting RB1s.
Yeah,
Condavious Tony, Daniel Jones, man. I don't like Daniel Jones at all, man. So it's gonna be he's gotta step up to the plate because Tony he could do his thing, but Daniel Jones got to step up to the plate, man.
yeah,
You got Walker out of Seattle, Rashad Penny, how we were talking about earlier before we got on the Zoom. He's always injury prone and stuff, so that could be good for you as well. Chris Olaf, rookie in New Orleans. And then you
hmm,
got Trey Lance as your backup QB and Rondell Moore. I think Rondell Moore was actually a good pickup, and people don't realize that he's gonna be like stunning this year with DeAndre Hopkins with 7 game suspension. Kyler Murray's already used to him, and they're talking about implementing him a lot in the
yeah,
offense.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
my favorite pick from yours was Javonte Williams. I think he's gonna be a top 5 running back this year after the year's said and done.
yeah, I'm telling you, man. Once, I mean, even Melvin Gordon has said it. He said they want Javonte to be the guy, and we saw what he did when Melvin was out against the Chiefs. He was the RB1 that week. Put up, I think, 27 fantasy points for me, and he killed it, man. I had him last year too, so I was watching him a lot last year, so he's got the talent.
Yeah, man. No, he does. He does. So it's gonna be a tough week one. We start tonight for sure, and then Sunday we kick it off for the rest of the teams. But real quick, man, who do you think has the best? Who drafted the best team? Because obviously it's gonna change with all the trades and waiver pickups and whatnot. But who do you think drafted the best team in our league this year?
Man, I mean, I would say myself, but
Hey, if you think it's yourself, you think it's
hey,
yourself.
I would say myself because I love my team, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Steve just because he is the reigning champ somehow. He was able to steal Cooper Cup
Somehow.
from me. He was able to steal Cooper Cup from me last year, and all his guys basically did what they were supposed to do every week and gave him like 15 plus points each, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and but he's done a great job this year with the Jonathan Taylor. He had the number one overall pick. We talked about Allen Robinson. He got him. I think Allen Robinson's going to have a great year. Michael Pittman also too. He's going to have uh, a top 10, top 8 year. I
Yeah.
think you can't go wrong with Mahomes. He got him. The only thing I don't know about is his RB2. He got Antonio Gibson out there. I don't know how long that's going to last, but
Probably not long.
and then he got Mark Andrews, the consensus tight end one overall last year. Um, yeah, man, he's got a great team. I mean, there's only a couple weaknesses that I see with that, and I don't know. I think my team is going to top him this year, but we'll see how it goes. Only time will tell.
I mean, week one off of predictions. Obviously, Steve is off of predictions. He's getting the win, But just looking at the team and the matchups and the defenses that these players are going against, I think Steve has great players. I agree with you. He has great players, but this week he has tough defenses that he's going to go up against. So I feel like you are taking the edge because you have weaker defenses that your players are going against,
Right.
and obviously that they're proven.
hmm Apparently, Jose had the best draft out of all of us, but
Yeah,
but I
off
feel like,
of Yahoo.
yeah, according to Yahoo, but I think anybody who drafts Josh Allen will get an A for their grade, and he has him,
Yeah,
so we'll see.
yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be biased and say my team. What? Your
Oh,
boy got.
you do got you go against Jose too this week, huh?
Yeah, I go against Jose this week. It's gonna be a tough matchup for sure. They got me projected to win 129.99 against him 122.48. I don't think he's gonna get up to that. It'll probably be like fucking like 107 around there. You know how week one is always is. It's not that high scoring.
Yeah,
But
I
just
think
for the viewers, I got Kyler Murray, Debo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, which I think Wentz is the best quarterback that he has had since he's been in the league right now. Even though I don't think Wentz is great, but I think he's the best
I
quarterback that
like
he's.
Fitzpatrick though when he was there for a little bit.
But Terry was with Fitzpatrick.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
Fitzpatrick
especially.
was there last year for a little bit, I believe, until he got hurt like week 2 or 3. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then he started using Heineke.
Yeah,
And then I got your boy Derrick Henry. I got Leonard Fournette. I think that RB1, RB2 is smacking right there.
yeah, I
TJ
like that.
Hawkinson from Detroit, Cam Akers, like we were talking about earlier, and then Justin Tucker as my kicker, and then Philadelphia defense. But
I like your team, especially with Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry took me to my back-to-back championships.
facts.
Uh, so you can't go wrong there. And before he got hurt, he was by far the RB1, so or the overall number one player in fantasy. So I think people slept on him a lot just because that little foot injury, which I don't think is going to bother him at all.
Yeah,
Uh, Fournette, I like Fournette obviously being on a high-powered offense like Tampa Bay. Obviously he came into camp again with some weight issues or whatnot, but I guess that's just what he does, man.
facts.
But he knows how to get back right when the season comes. Hawkinson also, I had him in another league last year, and I think he can finish the top three tight end, top four tight end if as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah,
He was top three, I think, last year until he got injured. Um, but he's also one of the top, probably the top receiver in Detroit, I think.
yeah, for sure. I mean, now it's gonna be St. Brown. I think St. Brown's gonna have a breakout year because the last 7 games of the season he was actually doing pretty good, and then now he's got that chemistry with Jared Goff and stuff. I think he's gonna have a breakout season, go 1,000+ yards, maybe uh, hopefully 10+ touchdowns around there. But yeah, T.J. Hawkinson, he's always been a favorite of Goff's for sure.
Yeah.
And then I just went straight, try to go straight rookies, bro. Cause I feel like rookies are always popping off in fantasy, dude. Like, especially like the teams that need these rookie wide receivers. I'm sorry, not running backs, receivers. Um, Picked up a Hunter Renfro. I feel like he's still gonna do damage out there, even though Devontae Adams is in Las Vegas. George Pickens. I mean, we've seen videos and stuff that Pickens is gonna do good. I know how you're
NFL
talking
young
about.
boy.
Yeah, yeah, NFL young boy.
NFL young boy.
Eh, I know how you're talking about Drake London. I agree with you. He is gonna do good. I just don't trust Marcus Mariota, and I don't know how long they're gonna take to bring in Riddler. I don't want to say his name wrong, but
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know how long they're gonna bring him in, but I don't know. I'm not sold on Marcus Mariota. Are you sold on Marcus Mariota?
I mean, I'm not, but you got to throw to somebody, and the way the Falcons team is going to be set up, they're going to be down a lot of points, so they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. That means a lot of targets to both London and Kyle Pitts. I don't know who else they'll really be throwing to. Cordell Patterson out of the backfield. But yeah, man, somebody got to catch the ball at some point.
Yeah. And then I picked up Sky Moore, the rookie at Kansas City, because Tyreek Hill left, and Moore, what I've seen from his college highlights is that he's another deep threat. So if they implement him, obviously you can't replace Tyreek Hill. No one can replace Tyreek Hill, but you at least try.
Yeah, man. He can do anything. I think Sky Moore. He's like you said. He's kind of like Tyreek Hill. Got the great hands. He's quick. Great route runner, fast guy. He's a smart football player too. So I think that's gonna be a good thing and to be with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, shoot, you got the sky's the limit with him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, a few more things before we get out of here. Bro, I like there's always a player each season that becomes the NFL fantasy scoring champ. Last season it was, I mean, I wouldn't say obvious, but I think it's obvious it was Cooper Kupp, right? Like
Yeah,
he went off,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Do you have a player that you think that is gonna pop off this year as a fantasy scoring champ, or you think it's gonna be Cooper Kupp again?
Well, I hope it's Cooper Cup since I have him on my team, but
Yeah.
so I mean, I wouldn't be wrong to pick that guy, but I would say my pick would this year would be JT to be overall number one.
Okay.
Depending on if I think they're gonna keep that same or increase his workload. Uh, and then also having Matt Ryan, who is a check down monster. He checks down the ball every 2 seconds,
Facts.
where Carson Wentz would like to try and scramble and do whatever he wanted to do. Matt Ryan's not going nowhere. He's checking that ball down immediately. So I think that's going to give JT an extra maybe 20, 30 catches for this season, which would definitely put him at number one. Um, also, if you wanted to pick a dark horse, because obviously he's the obvious one being the
Mhm.
consensus number one overall, I would say Javonte Williams. Like I said, I know Melvin Gordon's still there and he's still, doing a lot of great things for the Broncos. But if there is a part where early in the season Javonte Williams ends up taking over that role and getting the carries maybe 60, 40, 80, 20 around that in between there, man, the dude's good, man. And they can't stack the box anymore with Russell Wilson throwing the ball out there. So
Exactly.
we'll see.
Yeah, I like it. I like your two picks actually. I did, like I said, Javonte Williams. I think he's going to be top five running back when the season's said and done. Jonathan Taylor is already maybe top two right now. But honestly, I'm gonna pick Derrick Henry, and I know I'm being biased because I got him on my team. But the man when he got injured last season, he was almost racking up 1,500 yards, and
and
he missed like what the last 6 games of the season, or maybe
yep,
more.
yeah,
So imagine, I think he could hit 2,000 easily. And I don't know
yeah.
about touchdowns because it's kind of tough to say what defense you're playing against on the red zone and the goal line. It's hard to actually punch it in there. But I think just running off the ball, just based on yards, I think he could get 2,000 for sure.
I mean, yeah, if you look at, like I said, when Derrick Henry was healthy the whole first half of the season, nobody was even close to him in rushing yards and points. Nobody came close. So I mean, that's a great thing right there. And then also as far as goal line touches, come on, man. There's nobody I would rather hand the ball off to on the goal line than Derrick Henry. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's gonna go for a big double digit touchdowns, and I think he'll go around somewhere 13, 1,500 yards rushing. So we'll see. And then also he's before he got hurt, he also was getting some good receiving work. Not obviously nothing like a JT or a
Hmm.
CMC, but it's a lot more than what he was used to getting. So if he gets that, it'd be over for whoever wants to come second place. Then
Facts. No, he was definitely getting more reps at catches for sure, more targets for sure. Just the last thing before we get out of here, bro. Right now, if there was something that happened that you had to trade for a player, one of your players gets injured, and you have to trade for one player in the league that you don't have. Who you going with?
man, I
I know I don't want
actually
to
have
take
a
your strategy here, but
no. It's funny because I actually have like a watch list of players that I actually wanted that I wasn't able to get,
hmm.
and I think my not even I this might be a little biased just because it reminds me of me as a receiver. But Cortland Sutton is my guy, man. I got him finishing as a top five receiver. Um, he's a crazy talent, big, tall receiver, fast. like I said, can high point the ball and things like that. And he's got the best quarterback that he's had since he's been in the league. So I think he's going to be a crazy great pick. I think Johnny has him or something like that. I think I shot him a couple of trades already, but he shot me down. I got to give a little bit more than what I've been throwing him. But yeah, Cortland Sutton would be my pick.
Yeah, Cortland Sutton is actually a great pick. In all my mock drafts, if I saw him there in the 5th round, I was taking him, bro. I was not letting him slip. Or 4th round, I'm sorry. I was not letting him slip because it is true. He has the best, well, not the best quarterback in the league, but the best quarterback he's had in the league for sure. So he's going to do damage 100%. For me, man, just because that he's going to get so many targets, man, I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb, bro. I know that the Cowboys offensive line is going to be scarce. It's going to be one that's going to one game maybe do good. The next few games they're going to play decent, you know, especially that we lost three linemen, one to injury, two to the offseason. You know, it's going to be tough, but Dak is not going to be able to throw it to anybody else. He's going to have to throw it to CeeDee Lamb, man. I think he's going to get like at least 15 targets a game, bro. So I think he's one that for sure I'll look at throughout the whole season. George got him right now. So you know how it is to trade with George. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's going to ask for a lot. And I think you're right about that. He's going to, especially a high-powered offense like the Cowboys. I mean, that's your team, so you know all about him. You know, I believe in Dak Prescott and what he can do, and I think CeeDee Lamb will get a lot of targets. I think he'll get somewhere close to that 26% target share or more, possibly. Also, Dalton Schultz will get a lot of that. But yeah, man, he's a great talent, man. I thought he was going to be up there already with Justin Jefferson and those guys. He didn't quite pan out last year, but I think it's not over for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, we're gonna see what's up. This is great. NFL is back, baby, tonight. This Sunday, the rest of the week 1 is gonna be happening, man. The Patriots Juwan's Patriots are visiting the Dolphins. I think they're gonna lose, but that's a different topic, different conversation.
Relax. We've been quiet this offseason too, but we're gonna make some noise now.
Yeah, but you always got to believe in Coach Belichick, man. You can never count the Patriots out. I don't care. I don't care who's in the division. Like Buffalo, top team, obviously, but still, you can never count on New England, man.
You can't.
All right, before we get out of here, man, you want to do any plugins, man? Any work you got going on? Any projects?
Man, you know, I've been on the little back burner a little bit just because, you know, I've been here with my son these last couple of weeks. But yeah, we got some travel stuff hopefully coming soon. I'll also be working on some YouTube stuff. I've been doing a lot of tutorials and things like that for fellow filmmakers and people who want to learn about film and camera gear and things like that. So yeah, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Juwan Caesar. Yeah, some stuff coming soon.
All right, that's what's up. Guys, you know where you can follow me on Twitter at GMike Perez, TikTok, IG, and YouTube at GMike Media _, and then the podcast itself, the audio version, is under the G Perspective on all podcast platforms. Hey, Juwan, thank you again, man. I know you busy. You got your son there, newborn son. Hey, congrats to that again, bro. You're gonna be a great daddy. I'll get you back on in a couple of weeks, you know, maybe like week 4, week 5, talking more fantasy, talk whatever is happening in the NFL at that point, because you know it's gonna be some drama.
Oh yeah, my team I feel like is gonna look completely different by week 5. So
for sure,
you know how that goes, man.
All right, my brother, man, take it easy, bro.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.